Welcome to the President's Report, where you get to ask Aaryan all the questions you've always wanted, and he has to answer them. And then also, you get to see what he has in mind for SASA going into the fall and the future. If you like this video and this series, please subscribe to the channel, and also like the video. And then follow us on our Instagram page at RHIT for more updates from the Prez.
Hey.
Hey, you have a lot of
Hi.
fans who's all joined. Do you
Oh
have
yeah,
any
I think
thing you want to talk about in particular to start off, or?
so like I was just like the main reason why I'm hosting this or like why we planned on doing this was sort of just like let like our like Rose community know what our club stands for and sort of just give an update of what we've done this quarter and like this whole past year. So yeah, that's about it. It's just a very chill sort of segment and I just want to like get across our message as a club. That's about it.
So, like during this past year, of course, before you were president, you were like secretary on the initial e-board. Um, I guess some comparisons between the two. What was your role, or how do you think that your role as secretary prepared you to be president?
I mean, obviously, when I was secretary, I worked under like Nilesh, who was the president at that time, and also the co-founder of the club, and Praneeth as well. So, and of course Neely. But like it was sort of like I learned a lot from like especially Nilesh because like the way he led the club, he was very composed and like he was sort of very balanced with his views and like he just like sort of had like a good like temperament to lead the club too. So I think I learned a lot from him, like like just like how to stay calm in like pressure situations like this quarter. Of course, like we didn't know what we were gonna do for the first couple of weeks because obviously it's a very uncertain situation. But again, like just I learned like how to keep calm and like sort of just plan for this quarter especially. So yeah, I mean yeah, like learned a lot from him in terms of like even managing people and like just like sort of like maintaining a good vibe around the e-board and the club as well. So yeah, like that's basically what I learned for this role from my last e-board experience for sure.
hmm What has been um, like your favorite accomplishment so far of the club, whether it be when you were
I mean,
secretary or president?
obviously, Diwali was amazing. That was, I think that can be the club's like greatest accomplishment so far in our like short history. Like we're just a year old and planning that sort of event in such a big grand scale was absolutely amazing. So yeah, but also like I'm really proud of the way all of us like the e-board and the members obviously have done this quarter. Like every event and meeting has been uh, like attended pretty well, and like we've had at least like 2/3 of all our actors attend all of these meetings and events, which has been absolutely amazing. And we're doing like a very good job with like just trying to keep everybody motivated because obviously like these are uncertain times and like especially like with like we came out with like a SASA bingo, which is a good surprise for our members. We also like sort of are doing a lot with SASA TV now. We've been like giving even like future updates to our like members to keep them excited for the fall and like the time ahead. So I think like we've been doing a pretty good job overall even this quarter, and like I'm really proud of that. And I did not expect uh, I did not expect this sort of response from everyone because obviously like it's uncertain and everybody's sort of like dealing with this like together, and it's hard and like this whole then nobody like it's never happened before this whole online sort of thing in Rose Almond's history. So I mean the way we've dealt with it has been pretty fantastic. So I'm proud of that. Absolutely,
Hmm.
very proud of that, and with you guys too.
What was your initial reaction when you knew that we're going online? I guess for
Right.
you as a president, what was the thought process of how we're gonna like make this happen online?
So, like, you remember, right? Like that day, like, so all the other schools in America had like sort of closed down, and like we were still wondering like what's happening with us. Like we were like sort of not sure if we're gonna stay on or we're gonna get like closed like the other schools. But we did, and then and obviously we were supposed to have a meeting that day, right? Or like a general meeting. Um,
Mhm.
but again, like so first of all, I had to deal with that because like obviously like half our e-board wanted the meeting to happen, and a lot of the clubs canceled, and then we eventually had to cancel. So like that was my first focus. But then after like a while, like when all this stuff happened, like 3 or 4 days after that, I was again like sort of thinking like what like first of all I wanted to hear from Rose itself like what they want to do with the clubs. Like are they still gonna like encourage us to like do online stuff, or if they're gonna like just be like um just relax and don't worry about it, or just start in the fall. So I wasn't sure. So I was waiting from them to hear like from them and like what their stance is on the whole thing. So they did come out with the message, and after that I was sure. Like once they said that right, you guys can do your online stuff, I was like, all right, we're definitely gonna do it. And again, like the whole response from our e-board has been like everybody was so motivated to do stuff, and that's obviously very very like amazing. So yeah, like that was the whole process of like this whole situation.
For you going into the fall, you
Right.
know, there's a lot of diversity clubs, general organizations on campus. What do you want to do in terms of, is there something that you see want to get done in terms of like maybe it might be improve relations with SACE or SHIP, or maybe have like another event besides a Diwali or a Holi? What are your
Uh,
feelings on that?
so again, like I feel like so this quarter we've done an event with Ship and Nesby in terms of pass the plate, right? So that's
Hmm.
good.
The upcoming, yeah.
We're also doing an event with SACE next week, which is a bonding event, and they're also like sort of helping us with Diwali. So I guess like the relations, like again, like that was one of my big focuses too, like coming in, was to like just sort of like improve relationships with all the diversity clubs on campus, because after all, we're like the same, like our goals are the same. All the diversity clubs on campus have the same goal, which is to like, sort of like keep their sort of culture on campus like pretty prevalent. So like if teaming up with them is obviously pretty cool, and that's we're sort of moving towards that. And I think it's just gonna improve more um, like moving forward. I think from everyone, because I think this online quarter, even the other clubs have been collaborating. So like if they take the same sort of mentality into the fall quarter as well, then I'm pretty sure that this whole everybody's going to keep collaborating with everyone, which is obviously very good to see. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. I'm like again, like our e-board is gonna just probably focus on that also. Like probably do like smaller events with these clubs, and also like I think that Holi and Diwali are a must. And like we're definitely gonna do them, but we still don't have like a big event planned in the winter, so we can probably like think of doing something then. Obviously, right now I don't have a like a solid plan in mind with what that would be, but because obviously we're planning for the fall and Diwali is our main focus after this quarter. But I'm sure that we'll probably find something like relatively big to do in the winter as well. So yeah, that's my whole like sort of plan moving forward.
Mhm. What's your plan? I mean, it's kind of far ahead, but is your intention like next election to run again as president, or what's your feelings on that?
I mean, so far I've had a great experience, right? Like I've been like president for like what 10 weeks now. And again, like the way our whole e-board, I've really enjoyed working with you, Saya and Meghna. Like it's been absolutely amazing, the way like communication's done, and the way things are discussed, and like the way we make a decision is obviously very good. And the reason I ran for president was also because the last e-board was fantastic too. Like it was great to work with Neeli, Praneeth, and Nilesh. So I mean, like if I enjoy my whole like term till the winter, which is going to be till the winter, then I would definitely run again. Like there's absolutely no reason why not. But yeah, but you're right. That's into the fall. We don't even know. That's too like into the future,
Future, yeah.
and we don't even know. We don't even know if we're even getting back to campus on like during fall. So we'll have to see, man, how everything plays out. But if
Hmm.
I sort of have the same passion, like once I lose, like if I hope not, but like in my opinion, you can only do a thing until you're passionate about it. So if there's a passion, I'll definitely run again, like 100%.
Hmm. That's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, what are your current plans for the summer? Just you personally?
Uh, just me personally. Again, like, uh, just like I've signed up for sort of like online classes,
Oh,
because
really?
obviously I can't come back to the States, so the internships are like out of question, and like I don't even think like the situation in India or in the Philippines would be good like throughout the summer. So I'm just gonna like sit at home and just do online classes, sort of get some credits knocked out. And in terms of SASA, again, like obviously we're gonna like not obviously we're not gonna meet as much as in the summer, but again, like I think we decided we're gonna meet once a month. So we're gonna meet once a month and sort of discuss Diwali when especially after the whole situation of like in June and July, especially because that's when Rose is gonna come out with their plan about the fall. So once that's clear, we'll definitely like discuss Diwali. So
Hmm.
that's the plan for the summer. Yeah.
Hmm. Um, do you have anything you want to report on specifically? Like, do you have anything that you want to tell, just general, like maybe freshmen that are watching or general audience stuff? I know we talk about a lot of it in meetings, but in group meetings, but
Uh, Again, like we've done a lot this quarter. We've done like we did a holy event. We're doing a fundraiser actually right now, and that's gonna end like it's obviously for the coronavirus, and we're kindly asking our members to donate whatever amount they can so we can help out. We can help this problem. And so far we raised about $260, which is good for a club like us. And also like we've been doing like weekly events every week and weekly meetings as well. So we've been quite busy this quarter, and I think that's the general report. Like I mentioned, we're doing an event with SASE next quarter too. Sorry, next week too, over the weekend. So that's something to look forward to. But like for the freshmen again, like if any of the incoming freshmen are watching, we basically just like try to we're just like a club which sort of is built on the family foundation. It's a very close knit group of people, and we like host like bonding events every weekend. And I think that's just the most special thing about our club. Like every weekend we either like hit up a restaurant or do bowling or just go out and we just hang out with each other. And I think and it helps you make those deep connections with people, which is very important at like in a place like Rose because people are very busy otherwise, and like the only like actual time to socialize is on the weekends. So if you're doing stuff on the weekends, then it's great for like new members to get to know other people. So yeah, like if anyone's interested in joining our club, that's the most special thing about us.
mhm. Yeah, it's definitely been good. I'd agree with a lot of what you've said so far. I think the passion piece that you talked about a little bit with like re-election and stuff is big. I think it's we've been very fortunate to have such a really committed membership
Yeah,
um, throughout time, like throughout the last year or so.
yeah.
Does anyone have any general questions? I know you've had a
I,
lot of singing comments
I mean,
again.
yeah, that's a sort of a given now, man. Like I think even my friends in Jakarta know about that now because of this, like the
Yeah,
last stream last
yeah.
week. So
When did that start, by the way, the singing thing?
oh, I have no idea. I think Amr just one meeting randomly was like, "Ari, why don't you sing?" And then it just became a meme. But I
Wait,
can't really put.
so it started at Rose. It didn't start
Oh
like
yeah,
anywhere else.
yeah, no, bro. Like I'm not really known for my singing, bro. So not at all, actually. But like I
Yeah.
think there was a general question, and I'm reading it right now. Do you think do you think such club activities can be done on other festivals as well? There's a lot going on about Diwali and about Holi. So I think what this question means is basically he's trying to say like, are you doing any more like smaller events? And like we had a discussion about this too, this during this quarter, right? Like the way we're going to approach like how we're going to diversify our events. Like we're going to raise awareness of we did on Earth Day. We sort of promoted that as well. So I think like with smaller events, we're gonna definitely promote them because again, like I said, like we are a South Asian like club essentially, but like we definitely do believe in like diversity and like there's unity in diversity. So yeah, like we're definitely gonna focus on smaller events too and like have like different themed events in the future for sure. Just Holi and Diwali are the big ones, but like even like smaller events which are more diverse would be done as well for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did the original inspiration? Because I know obviously with the virus and all that stuff, the fundraiser is big because it gives funds to support that cause
Right.
with the World Health Organization and everything. I think that's
Yeah.
something that personally I would like to see more of in the future. Is that I really think that SASA as a club, it can be, like you said, more than like a cultural diversity club. Um, yeah, I think that's just going to be really critical. I think, doing that good work, which we've done with Diwali, with donating to charities and stuff, is
Yeah.
really good. Um, yeah, I think that'll
Yeah.
be may make it a more like personal piece to me to like get into more donating.
Yeah, I mean, also again, we discussed about this quarter as well. Like, we're definitely gonna have like a fundraiser in the fall. Like this quarter, we had the WHO one, but we're gonna have one in the fall as well. And I agree with you. Like, I definitely want to see more of that too, because, like, I know like the club again is set for people on campus and like is sort of set to enrich their like bring about like enrichment in their lives. But like, I think we have to move beyond that and like sort of help our community as well, like beyond our campus. So yeah, we're definitely gonna like focus on that as much as possible.
Hmm. But well, before this is like going way back in the timeline. Like when you were a
Right.
freshman before like SASA, I think I asked you a little bit about this
Yeah.
in your actual episode. But
Right.
um, like what before you like joined SASA, were there any other clubs that you were involved in or were looking at? Because I remember like personally when I was a freshman, I joined SACE for like maybe a week because that was like the big thing, and then I didn't really, yeah, I wasn't into it enough to stay. So, um, I guess what was your experience before SASA?
Um. So I joined like okay. So again, like when I came into the freshman, I lived in BSB two. And that was like an Escalade floor. So I guess I was automatically into like the entrepreneurship club. And that was pretty fun. I was on the exec board last year too for that. But this year, I guess I just want to like focus on SASA more. Um, but yeah, like that was pretty fun. And other than that, like I sort of didn't. Again, like I there wasn't really that much awareness, like in like my opinion, like I didn't really know that much about the diversity clubs before SASA was formed, and that might be like a problem on my side, but like I was, yeah, like I really didn't like think of joining like a diversity organization before SASA was joined, and and that's just purely because I didn't know a lot about them. But yeah, like that's the in terms of a diversity organization, that was it. But I did try out like Rose GPE, um, and other stuff like that. So I was just there, like here and there, not really like stuck to one organization like now I am with SASA.
Yeah, we had a good question actually that I haven't really thought
Yeah,
about. But as a president of a club on campus,
right.
is there anything that you could do to like help members with mental or emotional health issues? Or let's say like you got in a scenario where you had like a couple of members were like really down. I know it's happened
Oh yeah,
throughout the year. You know what I mean?
it has yeah.
I'm not gonna name names, but as a president, what can you do to promote like their beneficial like health and improve their like self-esteem, I guess?
So like I said before, like SASA, like the main purpose was like of finding SASA or founding SASA was like that family atmosphere, like among students. And like I think we stick true to that. Like we have a very close knit of people, especially like people who are like committed, like very very close with each other. So like if anybody's going through like a bad or like an emotional time or like is going through some mental health issues, I think they definitely do reach out. Like in the past, like you said, they do reach out to the members, and like all of us sort of help each other get through it. Like I know I've talked to a few members before, and like I've sort of helped them with their problems, and like they've done the same for me. So like I feel like that whole the closed knit environment sort of really helps with focusing on like mental health, especially amongst members. But again, like for the fall, I was definitely thinking of doing a fundraiser for something related to mental health, because again, like that's a very important like important cause, and yeah, like I think as a diversity club, again, like we have to help people beyond our community, and we will definitely like sort of focus on that in the fall, and probably have a fundraiser related to that too. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's definitely a pressing issue. I feel like at Rose Holman as well.
Yeah, especially
I've known a lot of people that have gone through some tough times, but
yeah. I feel like the academic pressure can get a lot sometimes, but that's why we have stuff like SASA and like other diversity organizations on campus, and like fraternities. So yeah, it's like a support system actually, I think. So
Hmm.
if, and
Yeah.
and like we do definitely like I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments and there are some funny ones. I
Yeah.
didn't mean to laugh. But yeah, like we definitely will like it becomes a support system which people help each other out. Yeah,
Hmm.
definitely.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah. Any other questions from the audience that are like super president specific, not like personally Aryan specific?
I mean, like some of my
Got.
friends over here have been pretty busy on the chat. Hi guys, what's
I
up?
know it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got a few more minutes here.
yeah. Just like yeah, I'm not gonna take any questions from the audience.
Yeah. The whole purpose behind this too, I'll speak a little bit about like this
Yeah,
I guess live stream is it's really for, anyone that logs on, not just our membership, but freshmen, anyone that follows this page, if you want to like ask Aryan anything about like SASA, any improvements you want to see, directions you want it to take. I mean, we like the personal questions too, but and we'll like answer some of them within reason, but um yeah, it's just anything, yeah.
uh,
Yeah, so it's more of a professional report. That's why it's kind of like pitched as like a presidential thing. But
but
yeah.
like I think there are a couple more questions. And one was like, would you be sad if you lose presidency? I mean, that's a pretty, I guess, man. Like, I think everybody does feel sad, like, if you lose anything. Like, I did lose a few positions in the start of joining Rose, and yeah, definitely does feel sad. But but again, like, like it's more about the club than like anything else. Like, I'll still, no matter what happens, I'll still stay a part of this club because it's given me like some amazing memories throughout the year actually. Like, um, and yeah, like it doesn't matter, like sort of like the position obviously is important, but it sort of doesn't really like affect, like decide if I would stay or not stay in the club. I would definitely still stay in the club if that answers your question.
Mm,
Yeah, I think I'll take a couple more questions and I think we'll call it a day.
that's true. We've gotten like a flow of viewers all of a sudden.
Yeah,
We're like member.
I
I think
see
Shrieker was in here.
all the old Ebers here. What's up, guys? There's Nilesh,
Shrieker,
Neely, Praneeth,
Shrieker
Shrieker.
left.
That's all good.
That's
It's all good.
unfortunate. Oh, this is definitely. I like how Praneet and Alesh always put their questions in the question box or their statements in the question box. It's
Yeah.
kind of convenient. It's like convenient little comments.
So I think there are no more questions. So I think I'll just end it there. But I just wanted to like recap on everything. We've had an amazing time as a club this year, from planning events like Diwali, and then to this quarter also. Like we've done an amazing job. The members have been fantastic. Whoever over here is from SASA. Thank you so much for like coming to our weekly meetings and like staying positive even like during this tough time, and like sort of making time to like spend with your fellow members. So I really appreciate that. And moving forward, I promise you that our e-board will try to do the best, and we'll try to do as much like positive stuff as we can. And I think there's a last question: would you be interested in sport events and with the other colleges? That's a fantastic question, but I don't think that we we necessarily focus that much on sports right now, at least. But I mean, if there's a college nearby, we can do like a bonding event, like sort of like a cricket or soccer or any sport, man. Honestly, like a bonding event with other colleges, I'm down for that. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, I'm done. What's up, Ed? Ed always joins towards the end. All right, I think that's it. And
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fine. All right, take it easy, Prez.
thank you. Thank you for the talk, bro.
Yeah, of course,
Peace.
of course.
Peace, peace. Thank you, guys.